come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you.
Would you care for me? Would you care for me?
Hold tight, I'll be here with you all night. My mind, I'm getting lost in your eyes.
Pisces, good morning. So this is the Not a Tarot Card reading section. I've actually got you some messages here already that I started to channel before I turned on the camera. I'm also hearing chamomile, Mel, Melissa, Maria, Michael Jackson, Julian, Jason, or chamomile tea, or something to do with that camtasia, some sort of like raving, or raving lunatic, I don't know, or the name Raven, or Rachel, or R, or Ricky, anybody beginning with R, but like raving lunatic. Someone could be just like gone completely mad and off their mind, I really don't know. Could be dealing with like a moon, okay, so that would be like a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, possible energies of the moon. It could be a mother, could be like a batshit crazy mother. The moon always to me is a mum. Okay, so you've got some messages here, but what we do in this section, this is not a tarot reading, what I do is I scribe and I draw a video, I draw a picture as I'm channeling for you. I'm also hearing a picture, okay. So you've got, hold on a second, let's write these down. You've got arts and crafts, okay, of drawing pictures, okay, and then you've also got autistic, it seems to be coming through around children, okay, and then artsy, someone that's very annoyed or paranoid a lot. I'm picking up a big energy of Virgo because that actually did come up in your reading of lost and confused about a life path 9 or a Virgo, okay. But what was that I was picking up? Arts, yeah, something to do with like arts and crafts, like drawing or arts and crafts. But I'm also hearing crafty fox. So like I'm having to like duck and dive and feel very crafty, and like you could be dealing with like a 7, life path 7 or a Cancerian, and I'm having to do something very crafty, like I'm not saying it, I'm picking up a 7 of Swords basically in my head when I'm kind of like channeling it, right? And it might have something to do around a Cancerian or a life path 7, and at the moment I'm kind of ducking and diving and trying to stay out of the way. Or Danielle, Danny Glover, life path 7, Diamond, anybody beginning with D, okay, or E. I'm also hearing E, Emily or Emma, or anybody beginning with E or M, okay, or like M, okay. I don't know, but I'm hearing like I'm having to do something crafty. Like it's pretty much like trying to buy someone a gift, but you don't want to tell them what it is. Okay, or like I'm trying to talk to someone, but I don't want you to know that I'm talking to someone if you guys are dealing in a third party situation. But I'm having to do something very crafty. Okay, so if you've been dealing with someone for a while, okay, or Kim, and they're very crafty, they're always like hiding things from you, because I'm picking up like the moon for a start, okay, and now I'm picking up like energies of doing things that are very crafty. Okay, so that pretty much means like I'm doing something, or they are, behind someone's back that's very crafty, and you don't know that I'm doing whatever this is that's hidden from you. You don't realise that I'm doing something that's a little bit shady. Like I don't want this person or your partner or whatever you're dealing with, but the message is I don't want to let you know that I'm doing something, and I might be speaking or talking or doing something with another person, not letting you know that I'm doing that. Okay, so that is a big prominent message for you guys that seems to be coming up around this craft energy. Okay, now I'm also picking up crofts, so like Laura Croft, okay, Tomb Raider. Some of you might be raided. There was a drugs raid that actually come out on Patreon. That does remind me, you guys on my Patreon, where I think it was in a Libra reading, and it was like a 2 or a Libra, and it was something to do with around, because I'm picking up, hold on a second, Xbox or PlayStation, Tomb Raider. I'm picking up crafty stealing, trying to steal something from a person, like I'm trying to get in with you to steal it, okay? So I don't know what this is. Stealer's wheels, is it something to do around a Cancerian or a life path 7, and I'm trying to steal, I don't know, a man or woman or a car or some money or something, but I'm trying to steal something from you, okay, is what I'm hearing. Now I'm also hearing steal her wheels, so it might have something physically to do with around a car, okay. That was it. Raided. So you could be dealing with a life path 4 or a Scorpio, that would be dead, or someone that's called Ray, okay, Ray. Could be an X-ray, could have something to do with vision, okay, vision. and you could have an ex called Ray or Rayals or something like that. Could be a company, car company, taxi company, this type of stuff. I used to work for a place called Rayals, and it was a company that drove children to and from school. But I'm picking up Ray's dead, okay? Funnily enough, it was called Al Ray's, okay? Because my friend is called Al and his deceased loved one father is Ray. Okay, so, oh man, we're all going off here, Pisces. So I'm picking up some of you could have lost your father, okay? Lost your dad, okay, for a lot of you. If you've been fortunate enough, you know, I lost my dad like many years ago. But like some of you could have, yeah, I'm going cold now. So sorry, I've got a draw as well because I'm really channeling here. So I'm picking up that some of you could be in a situation where someone has literally just lost their father, okay? Now, I'm not saying that they're called Ray. It's just a way that I channel, okay? It just reminds me. So it's kind of like, so I know someone that was Ray. They died. It was my friend Al's dad. So you could have a cross comparison of what Spirit's trying to get me to look at, of like Al, Alison, Abigail, Abby, anybody begin with A, okay? And then also Ray or A Ray or something like that, Stingray. So that would be like a Scorpio sting or a stingray. And then I keep hearing raid, also raid, like a drugs raid or something like that. Now I did say in one of my other readings, and I think someone commented, I know a load of Pisces too. I think it was in a Capricorn reading. And I said, because I am a Pisces, okay, and I know a load of Pisces, and they're all fucking drug addicts, man. They're all like, loads of Pisces that I know in my life, not you guys, but in my life, majority of Pisces that I know, even myself included when I was younger, are all drug addicts. So, popular belief, I'm actually hearing drugs raid or a raid on something, like, kick the door in, like, here we go. Now, this came up a long time ago with a client of mine that I don't know if you still watch. You were sending me emails and pictures of like someone being raided and that they found a shitload of photographs underneath the stairs, and I've channeled that you'll find all these passports and credit cards and God knows what else under the stairs. And it was to do with children under the stairs, and it was a film. Seems to be coming back again as a message for a lot of you. So Gen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. So if you just found this channel, you'll probably need to find the old one. I don't know, it's a long time ago. But I'm picking up the same energy of like someone that may be raided and all of this stuff is underneath the stairs. It's being kept under the closet. So like when you go up the stairs, if you've got like a little door that goes into the stairs, check that, okay? Now, if you've lost anything, because I am picking up lost and confused Virgo Life Path 9 energy of like I'm lost something or I've lost someone, because the messages are both. There's an energy of here like I've just lost someone and someone's just deceased and died and I've lost someone. So they're grieving. Okay, and then I'm also picking up that I've lost something. And this thing that you've lost, or it could be a Stephen, like myself, but like this thing that you've lost could be somewhere around where the stairs is. Like if you've got a stairs and you live in an apartment building, or you live in a house and you have to go upstairs, or you have a loft. It might be in the loft. You guys in America have the downstairs bit, right? In Britain, we have to go up. We don't have any bits that go down into the cellar. Or the names Sal or Sarah or Steve or Sassy or Sandra or Cassandra or Casino, Money, Gambled, Lost, Raided. Man, you've got someone here that lives a life of Riley or Ryan, okay, or Ryan Reynolds, or something to do with Reynolds car, like an Orion, or like a Renault, something like that, a Renault Ryan, Orion or Renault, something like that. But I'm picking up someone here that kind of like gambles. They spend shitloads of money at the casino. It's something to do with around a car being raided. Something to do with around someone that may hang around people like a hangman. So I'm picking up on a Piscean that like hangs around like the wrong crowd, and they get into like fucking like, I don't know, credit card history, or like, I don't know, because I'm picking up car and credit card. So have any of you had like a car stolen and what you've lost is a credit card? So make sure that you guys have cancelled credit cards, because I'm picking up like gambling, casino, credit card fraud history. So these might be what you're digging into. I can't separate what the message is, Pisces. And then just so you guys know that I'm not fucking cheating, man. I'm just like, it's all in my head, right? So I'm here picking up the name Ed, Edwina, Eddie, Edmonds, Berry, Holly, Jody. So I want to go back to this message of what they're saying here is something around stealing things, okay? Stole something, never got my money back or car. What was in the car or the credit card was something about that if you've lost it, it might be under the stairs, like, because they keep saying something about under the stairs or under the seat. Like it's under your seat or it's under the stairs or it's down under, which would mean Australia, if you're from like Australia, okay? So they're saying that, okay, so what they're saying is a receipt. Some of you might have purchased something and you're looking for a receipt. Like you bought something and you exchanged it and they gave you a receipt and you don't know where your receipt is. They're saying that your receipt is under the seat. Okay, so if you've lost a fucking TV remote or anything like that, look under your seat. Now it might be a couch or anything like that, but look under your seat. If it's a car, look under your seat. Look for a receipt is what they're saying. Look for Regina or look for a receipt. Okay, so like a proof of authenticity. So for some of you that may have had something stolen here, you might be needing proof of identity to say that it's actually you or it's actually yours. Okay, and that I purchased this and it was mine. And because if you had something stolen and along went all of your to say that you bought it, okay, man, someone here might be like, because it's getting me to look at like bailiffs, okay, that I knocked at the door, I owe shitloads of money, and they're saying if you can't prove the fact that you own this and you don't have a receipt or a purchase history of this, we're going to take it off you. Okay, now I'm a Pisces and I've just had my car fixed. Okay, along with that, it's all over there actually. It's just on my bed. I picked it up yesterday. Okay, took me fucking ages, Pisces, to get this car sorted out. But that's got all of my history in it. That's got all of my every time you have a service history, I've got all of that logged into a book. Well, it's all on paper and I've got to have it actually jotted into the book. But the what do they call that book? I don't know, the history of the car. So I don't know if you guys are on the same sort of wavelength time here, me being a Piscean, where it's relating to these pieces of paper that you've got to go through, and it relates to the history of the car, what you've had done before. If you're selling it, you're going to need all of the history to say that it's been kept up with oil changes and so on and so forth and all of these kind of things. And I purchased the car back in whatever and it's worth this amount, and do I trade in the car for another one, or do I, you know, those kind of messages right there for a lot of you. That'd be really weird if you guys are going through that as like me as a Pisces as well, right? But I'm not selling my car. I fucking love my car. Just very quick story before we get on with the rest of your messages, Pisces. I have a Peugeot 3008 GTI, fucking sports, fucking, and I don't know if you guys are aware of what they call a wet belt, but yeah, it's something to do around the oil and the belt that goes around the oil, and the little rubber teeth come off and they end up clogging up the fucking engine, and then the engine starts going, stop the car now, don't go anywhere, there's no oil being distributed through the fucking engine. So I've had a right rigmarole and an expense to try and get my car towed over to Peterborough, God knows what else. But the good news is that because it's supposed to last 10 years and my car isn't 10 years old, I got it all done for free. So Peugeot covered the cost, and that would have been £1,500. And they literally just said, don't worry about it, Steve. Peugeot have covered the whole cost. So fucking stroke of luck right here. So I'm well happy, I'm well chuffed. I got my car back, but there's other things that I do need doing down the mechanics, just a few things. So there's something about cars, mechanics, getting it fixed, getting it. Some of you, it may have been stolen, okay. Could be also eating stolen cake, because it is Christmas. Someone stole my cake. What is that? Stole my patrons? You're not stealing my patrons, hope. But like stealing my cake. Stealing my birthday, stealing my limelight. Could have something around Aquarian or a Leo. Stealing the limelight. or stealing my lights. Has someone like physically stolen a car here and they stole my headlights? Or you need your headlights looking at. I'm also in red light district, also like Amsterdam, stealing clients or paying for like fake subscriptions or stuff like that. I don't know. Work that one out between yourselves. I'm staying out of YouTube, people. Okay. Sorry, but I don't. Shut up, Stephen. Don't do this Scorpio rising thing and the Gemini moon thing. Okay. So something here around YouTube stealing clients or paying for clients or something like that. Okay. Because it's relating to like Patreon, something or other. I don't know. Anyway, so that's that. There is something here about being raided that's very important. That was around Libra. So I don't know if you know any like Life Path 2s or like Libra people where you're having like a fucking huge Barney with someone, unless they're called Barney Rubble. But like Bam Bam. Bam Bam, is that you, Barney? Yes. Hello, my name's Dick, nice but thick. So like posh bloke. Where's that coming from? But like, yeah, there is something here about stealing or taking and like cars being stolen or my cake was stolen. So that'd be birthday. Someone's birthday. So that's Sagittarian, right? So am I kind of putting the clues together that the person that could have stole something was a Sagittarius or a Taurus or a Life Path 5 energy? And I did or had something stolen from me, and that may, like I said, you know, I'm not cross-watching. I'm just saying if you're looking for anybody that might have stolen something out in the world, not people that are watching this, cross-watching it, it could have been a Life Path 5 Taurus or a Sagittarian person. Okay, that would be like a 5 of Pentacles. So there's that. Right, so let's go into, because yeah, it's so raided, like they're saying something's about credit card fraud, raided, stealing cars, fucking twocking cars, like someone's on the run, like physically on the run from the police here. Does it sound like anybody's fucking lunatic ex? Well, I'm hearing lunatic mother, so I don't know what that is. So be careful that your mother's wheels aren't stolen or something like that, okay? Anyway, so lovers, so something around Gemini or Capricorn. If these predictions come true, there's nothing you can do to stop it. Just make sure that you keep an eye on things here. Okay, so I've got lost and confused was what I actually, well, channeled before I actually channeled. Lost and confused. So I was picking up Life Path 9, Virgo, energies of like, I just feel very lost, very confused at the moment. I'm grieving. I've just lost someone. I think that's where that's kind of coming from, that lost and confused. I've just found something out. It's not what I wanted to hear. I've just discovered something. I was probably watching or listening or cross-watching, and I just realised something, and now I feel a little bit lost and dazed and confused, and I had an expectation that something was going to happen, but it didn't. Okay? It's on a general level. I'm also hearing I feel lost and confused because I'm also grieving over the loss of a loved one. Okay, so it could be that time of year. Yeah, I lost my father like when it was... November the 5th is when I lost my father, but that was like 13 years ago. And I lost my brother, but that was like after Christmas. So it's a little bit like this Christmassy type sort of like nostalgic energy, thinking of the past, so on and so forth, right? I think that was in your tarot reading. Your first card was about going over photographs and photographic memory and that sort of stuff, right? Family album. Can't seem to see you anymore, okay, is what I've got here. Can't seem to see you anymore. So it's something to around Life Path 9 or Virgo, and I picked up, I can't seem to look you in the eye. I can't, unless I can't see your eye. Just be very careful around the Piscean placement of Laura Felix. She had one eye. She was catfishing people. So if there's a person out there that's refusing to show their face, just be very careful when you're talking to anybody online, or whether you're just all up in the cuckoo daisy land and you're in this twin flame bollocks and you can't stand me because I won't feed you bullshit in the wrong way. I'll probably show you a load of pain, okay, because you're not going to grow if you don't experience pain. If you got hatred and blame in your heart, you will never succeed. So that's up to you who's going to hate me for that one. But if you're all up in the cuckoo land of twin flame saga stuff here, or Luke Skywalker, or Luke or Walker, or an elderly person, I don't know, but like, you know, but I can't seem to see, like catfishing. It's very important to make sure that when you're talking to someone that you actually know who they are, that you're not building up connections online. You've been talking for someone for a long time, and I've done it, and we've all done it. There's a lot of people that have done it, okay, Putchie included, you were part of it, okay, People that build up with connections via whatever it is, okay, or Violet or V, and you don't get to see their face, and you build up a connection with this person, and you're building up the connection and it's there, but then it leads to expectation of like, fuck, I've just got this big feeling for this person, and we've been speaking for weeks or months or long time, but I don't even know what the fuck they look like. And I'm just going to like fantasize about the energy being more than what it is, that when you actually get to see the person, you think, oh, that isn't quite what I was dreaming of it being like, and then you can get let down. That can be dopamine, okay? So be very careful on that expending energy and then crashing energy of like, oh, this wasn't quite what I thought and I imagined it to be like. I was imagining it to be a certain way, all the people, John, but then it wasn't quite that. You know, you've got to be very careful when you're on these spiritual journeys, guys. So I'll give my 2 pence worth there. It might be around a 2, could be around a Libra. So I'll give you my 2 pence worth there. Just make sure that you've always, confronting the person that you're seeing their face and everything else, right? And that you're talking and the dialect is kind of moving backwards and forwards. Okay, so there's one energy. So I can't seem to see you anymore. So that's something there about not being able to see someone and look them in the eye. Now, that could be a parent or a mother situation, but it says, I'm lost and confused and I can't seem to see you or talk to you and I can't see you anymore. So, Dr. Moore, Dr. Morse, okay, it just reminds me of a doctor up here. There's 2 doctors, Dr. Moore and Dr. Morse. So I can't see the doctor anymore, or I can't seem to see you and talk to you anymore. Like there's something that I'm watching that really fucking annoys me and I can't seem to watch it anymore. Okay, it might be me, I can't help that, guys, I'm sorry. But I can't seem to see you anymore, I can't seem to watch you anymore, or something like that. So I don't know if someone's moved and they can't spy on them anymore, or something's come a cropper, Crofts or Mandy. Something's come a cropper and I can't seem to watch you anymore. Now, I don't know if that's because someone really likes another person and they realise that they're in a relationship and I can't seem to see you in any other light other than the fact that I've got a thing for you. Like, I kind of fancy you and blah, 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 and I've got feelings and emotions, and me watching you actually kind of winds me up, and something like this, I don't know. Then I've got, I can't look you in the eyes, but it says eye, not eyes, eye. So, I don't know. I spy with my little eye. So it's something to do around spying or watching or just keeping an eye on someone, and I can't seem to do that anymore because I may have just realised of something here. Then I've got arts, crafts, XP for some reason. Arts and crafts, I think I wrote that. XP. Okay, so I don't know why I wrote XP, I just did. Arts and crafts, XP is like computer, XP, old computer. But it can be relating to something on a computer or XP. I don't know what that relates to, XP. So, okay, so you might have an X that begins with P, like that is my X, and whatever name is, or an X Pisces. Okay, some of you could be cross-watching, and yes, my X is a P, right, Pisces. I'm also hearing an ex-piss artist. Yeah, so like an ex-alcoholic or something like that. Okay, but then it's arts, crafts, like I'm like art exhibitionist or something to do with around that, like a craft fair or a craft show. And I always pick up show as like Libra energy, like just not the thing against the energy, just like show, tell and show and tell, blah blah blah, behind the curtains, Libra energy. Okay. We've got to get on with this picture. How long have we got? Well, we've done 25 minutes. So be aware, there is something here around clothing. Be aware, what are you wearing today? Nothing. But like, what are you wearing? It's something to do with around clothes, like designing clothes, like a clothes designer. Or something like that. But this can be, like I said, this can be people that draw your attention in because they want to watch women that have big breasts and tits and what are you wearing today? Me, I find that false. I can't do that. Me, I have a bit about me, but I'm not a woman. a lot of readers, a lot of people that watch tarot, they prefer women readers. Or they prefer a very good-looking, charming, built-up man. That ain't me, bruv. I'm from the UK. I have depression. I have long hair. I just believe in the message. I always said that right from the start. If you watch my first video that I took from another channel onto this one, I said it isn't about this. It isn't about all the glitz and glam. It's about the message. It's about the person. And I've always stuck by that. Always stuck by that. Because that matters in a relationship, and that matters in everything. Is that what you see, or what we see as an exterior, is definitely not always what is in here. And if more important to anybody is the look of a person, or what they're glitz and glamming to glamour things up like a glamour box, if they're glamouring it all up and making it look good, it doesn't mean that it's fucking going to be. And that plays a huge lesson within life when it comes to actual relationships. If you're looking things that are more important about an exterior glitz and glam, that just draws attraction. Okay, but it doesn't keep energies, because the messages are in here. People are built in here. It's us that see this. Okay, so there is something here about designing arts, and then maybe people that just, I don't know, tarot readers that like to flaunt things all out in order to get things. More important is my look to grasp the attention of everyone else, because I have guys around here and they got like big beards and they're all nice and cut and nice and shaved and they're all nice. That's never been me. I'm a Pisces, bro. That's never been me. Right? It's just not me. It's just not part of my, like, if I'm going out somewhere, I'll probably do myself up, but I'll still have long hair. Okay, my girlfriend likes me having long hair. She likes me the way I am, which is the main part right here. It's not about what anybody else sees. It's just the fact that, my girlfriend and me, we see each other the way we are, and that's what we like. Okay, so I always say you got to be true to who you are here. So anyway, so there's your drawing, as well as some of this being very cautious and careful around being raided and a drugs raid, and like someone that leads this very fucking sporadic drug addict type sort of crime is the grime and slime. I mean, like I said, man, I was an ex-drug addict and I've been there for many years, and then I became a counsellor and then a youth worker. So, and then also worked in rehabilitation centres for a while. So, like, there's no shame in that. It's just if you're dealing with someone that is gone above and beyond of Bjork, okay, or from York or Yorkshire, okay, like up north in Yorkshire. Laura Felix, you will know, because that's your sister, right, Pisces? Okay, sorry, I'll just say it as it is. It came up in my mind. If you're watching, so you got to stop taking heroin, okay, because it's a lavish lifestyle of getting cars from the NHS and God knows what else, and crime and borrowing money of family members and God knows what else to pay for your addiction and to pay for your drugs, and then drawing family into the shit because you're in the shit with your credit cards. Because a lot of these people I know, they end up getting in teams of people of a drug addict and a drug addict. So like a boyfriend and a girlfriend that both go at it, and then they both borrow money from family members, robbing Peter to pay Paul and robbing Paul to pay Peter. Okay, unless they're called Peter or Paul, fuck knows. But like, or Liverpool, from Liverpool, okay, or from up north, okay. But like I said, man, there is something here about drugs, alcohol, robbing Peter to pay Paul, having to pay a load of stuff off, but I can't, so I'm borrowing money from family, and the family are all involved, and so on and so forth. And it might be involving, I've got no fucking money left on my credit cards, I've overexpent my history, I'm bankrupt, I owe now the bank, I owe all of my cards, and now I'm having to fucking, rob my family in order to be able to, it's just a lifestyle of an addict, I suppose. Well, it can also be a gambling addict, someone that gambles that much. Trust me, I'm not going to say too much, but messages, I know people, blah, 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 that have come from a history of gambling, and it's fucking awful, because they beg, borrow, and steal until they get it, and then they leave extensive amounts of money that they can't afford to pay back because of gambling. Now, in the UK, that is present, and there isn't any fucking casinos in the UK. We do not have casinos in the UK, okay? So we don't, okay? but people still get into like horses, the dog racing, fruit machines, okay, slot machines, okay, gambling addict here. Could be also drug addict as well. So no offence anybody, okay, it's just a message. All right. So what's the picture say, Steve? Don't know, I'm picking up Pac-Man for some reason. Okay, like gobbling up everything here. Cool, what on earth is that? A bear sitting on a... Can't see anything here. Dog? Physical dog, like an elephant. An elephant here. So how on earth is that going to relate to any kind of message there of an elephant? But that's what I'm kind of seeing, a big long trunk here. So someone putting their nose into something. This could be a snowblower. Someone that's sniffing a load of white powder off the floor, because this is white. Okay, be careful because you might sniff up a Piscean, because it says that right near where your nose is. Okay, so it might be a Pisces that's sniffing the old white powder there. Okay, so Pisces, sort yourself out, man. Come on. Okay, it's not the lifestyle, is it? Here. What is that? Flat spread. Flatbread? Flathead. Flathead. Don't know, man. I'm not... Oh, seeing two people, a ghost. Someone that's going, hi, like that, look. You see it here? Someone that's putting their hand up and they're going, hi, like that. It's really not a very good drawing for this one. Sometimes we can pick up on some really good... If you go closer, you can probably see the outline of a head there. Okay. Definitely hearing head or ed. Yeah, I'm really not picking up on too much there. It's kind of an animal there. Okay. So we are going to leave that. It could be a question mark. But it could also be a question mark here. Okay, like a joker or a question mark, and there's a lot left unturned. Stan Pucci. So there you go. That's your Not a Tarot Card reading, guys. That's messages that comes directly from Spirit, and also your drawing. Stay tuned to Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, because it will still relate, and you might pick up on a different drawing that this might be like, oh, that was because of that was... I can still see that person doing that, like. Might be like freeze frame, like trying to like take a picture and like, you're right, everybody, hello. Anyway, so that's what I've got. So please make sure if you just found the channel, check out your tarot section. That was done yesterday, okay? That was what's in the tea and what's in your environment and things to be aware of, and then we clarify them. If you want more in-depth readings, then I also have Patreon. Patreon offers you in the dark, in the shadows, what is your partner not revealing to you? What is it that you want to know? What are the messages? What are their intentions? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? If you are in relationships, they normally come out through the actual tarot reading, because that's where we do right away. The camera goes down on the table and we show you the cards. But we do like in the dark, what are messages from your partner? What they're thinking and feeling, and then it also shows me third party. It shows me what they're planning, what they're doing, where they're going, all these kind of stuff, man. We dive right deep into there and what their intentions are and what they're actually doing. Okay, so there you go. If you want to know all of those questions, it is revealed over on Patreon. Now you can find it on the silver or the gold tier. I have just wrote another passage over on Patreon for those guys that are being lost, that think that they're on the gold tier, can't find the videos for teaching, and then say, I can't find the teaching videos. And then when I check, it says that you're on the silver tier. So read the passage that I just wrote over on there for everybody. Okay, silver tier has all monthlies, all weeklies. Gold tier has all monthlies, all weeklies, and all of the teaching videos. But if you want your next one, you will need either the silver or the gold tier. Okay? Whew. Okay, Pisces, thanks very much, guys. Konnichiwa, see you later.